We drove like 45 minutes to get to Subway where I went to high school, but, you know. All I'm saying is our high school, I remember specifically, 80-cent cheeseburgers, 65-cent hamburgers. Makes it sound like I grew up in the 1950s. I went to high school between 2002 and 2006. The hamburgers were just so bad, the free market would not let them charge more than $1 for a meal, because it was that awful. Nobody was eating at the cafeteria unless they didn't have a choice. You know what the number one selling item in our cafeteria was? French fries. Literally, you know, your brain as a teenager is just, it'll take any nutrients. It's so hungry for energy and vitamins. You feed your growing body. What should you have for lunch? How about, you know, a pre-trans fat ban box of French fries? You can get away with it as a teenager, but what the heck was my school doing, dude? As a teenager, I was just like, whatever, they got bigger problems. As an adult, I'm like, what? These kids are your responsibility? You're letting the cafeteria serve, like, you walk into the cafeteria, half the kids just have a box of French fries for lunch. We gotta call Jamie Oliver, dude. This is not okay. I'm not a health zealot or anything like that. I'm just, like, our high school had a soda machine in it as well, like a vending machine. I got almost no problem with that. Like, if you gave me a piece of paper and said it's a referendum, should high schools be allowed to have soda machines in them? I mean, I might vote no, but it would be close. The only reason I'd vote no is because, like, you know, there's, like, water fountains there already. Why not have, like, I mean, I guess if they could buy soda from the cafeteria, who cares? See, this is what I'm getting at. I don't have a firm opinion on it one way or the other. I can see both sides. Are both sides equally valid? In my eyes right now, yes, but that could change. I know there's always, anytime you oppose something like that, there's always like, you know, well, people, you know, you can't hold their hand their whole life. Should I be able to get in my car without consulting the government? Look, I understand where you're coming from as well. There's something to say about personal freedom. Yet at the same time, no offense meant, if you're on the younger side, if you're watching this and you're 15, 16, 14, you're not an adult. You don't have an adult brain. You might be very smart. You might even be smarter than I am. But you don't have an adult brain. You know, the decisions you make that you think are completely devoid of outside influence aren't necessarily. So I think that, you know, some corporations can use that to prey on you a little bit because you have a little bit more innocence in your decision-making process. And, you know, it's like, why not have a cigarette sales stand inside of the high school? And then just, you know, if you don't smoke, just don't use it, you know? I think you gotta think of it from a public damage standpoint. Anyway, the whole point is it's not about that. But I don't think kids should just be eating French fries for lunch like once a week. No wonder we were like falling asleep in class. That and, you know, it was boring. But anyway, you get the idea. What I was gonna say though is, what was the part of your school lunch you were most excited about? This is not that good, but it does take us closer to Bookworm. For me, 100% number one item, sandwich. Mom would make me a sandwich for lunch. Yeah, all the way. Even into high school, my mom would make me a sandwich when I went to school. It's not like I breastfed until I was the age of 30 or something like that, but you know, I understand that most people probably didn't live that life. Your jealousy is showing. It's not very becoming of you. Number 2, granola bar. Absolutely. Number 3, single piece of fruit or cheese, like an apple, a string cheese. Number 4, now we're getting into the doldrums, dude. Fruit snacks. I know there are adults who eat them. Not my scene. You know what was like a top tier lunch when you were a kid? Cold fried chicken. Like your parents brought home KFC the night before or something like that, and they're like, well, there's 2 pieces of chicken left. We'll give you 1 to take for lunch. Something about like the taste of cold fried chicken, even to this day, is like, this is a good school day. Even as like a 28-year-old. Now, the irony, of course, is that I could go buy my own KFC, but I don't because I, you know, care about, oh, my body's a temple and all that. Mostly, it's actually that KFC is just not that popular. It's not a big fried chicken city. I hate it for that. It's not that, I mean, people here, they tend to live, myself excluded, live healthier lifestyles. You know, it's an outdoorsy town.